boy Stevie Jobber. It's your boy Dangerous Dude. The Dangerous Jobbers podcast. Play the one. The boy Stevie Jobber. Dangerous Dude. Stay dangerous.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm your boy, Stevie Jobber.
I'm your boy, Dangerous Duke.
And welcome back to the Dangerous Jobbers podcast, putting wrestling over one podcast at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the season of the Luchador. It seems like the AAA Worlds Collide pay-per-views are taking over, if you can call them pay-per-views. They're free on YouTube. Either way, it was a very big Friday, very big weekend, very big Monday in sorts. So I guess we'll kind of go in reverse order. Starting with Monday night, Bayley returns after the many vignettes of her voices in her head. And we get this, I don't know what to call it. Like, she comes out to help Lyra,
Mm-hmm.
essentially clears the ring, but if you notice, the moves are a little bit different. The character is a little more frantic. Can I say that? Is that the word you would use? A little more,
Split.
yeah. She just seems a little more off, and I don't know. Maybe it's a cover up. Maybe it's part of the break. Maybe it's part of the split, if you will. She goes on a hugging spree. Not really sure what this means. And it kind of struck me weird that, after all the hugs, the huge pop, that's great. Bayley's back, whether they're popping because Bayley back, whether they're popping because she's hugging everyone, could be a mix of the two. I noticed just the crazy look in her eyes, hearing that pop, hearing that reaction. And it is like a reaction of, oh man, we got him with something good. But it's also a reaction of like, I don't know, like there's
What is
some,
this something good?
yeah, there's some intent behind this that doesn't seem so pure. What do you think?
I think it's interesting because while we have this sort of James McAvoy split personality thing going on,
Mm-hmm.
you notice what she was wearing happens to be the shirt of somebody who kind of made crazy cool.
Found this a
And
thing too. Go ahead, go ahead. Keep going.
and doing the moves that she did back when said person was around last. So that's something to keep an eye on because they kind of like to drop subliminal messaging in here and there in the WWE. So that might be a key thing to focus on.
Yeah, especially nowadays. I was gonna say I noticed this too. The old Bayley did was a really big fan of wearing the people she likes t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's a double entendre. One wearing the t-shirt of AJ Lee, somebody that's not her, but also wearing the shirt of somebody that is also a little bit off. Um, and they're on the same show. How weird is that? Uh, yeah, I guess it's a nod, it's an Easter egg, it's a tell, I guess if
Mm-hmm.
you will. I mean, I got a theory working on why Hugger Bailey is the crazy version, but I need a couple more weeks. I need a couple more weeks with it. Any theories you want to throw out there about how this ends for Lyra? What's the twist here?
The twist for Lyra is Lyra gets buried by an old gimmick. If that's the political way of saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this takes split Bayley down the road to facing AJ eventually. Who else did Bayley just get out of a feud with? Just got out of something with Becky. What's Becky doing right now?
Mhm.
Something with AJ.
That would be amazing, Bailey and AJ. I was just about to say, I hope this doesn't end with Lyra and Bailey at WrestleMania. But you present
Which
a
one?
much greater match in AJ Lee versus Bailey. So I hope that's the way that they're going.
Yeah,
I'll say
let's
this.
just save that for something else.
Yeah, I'll say this. The vignettes have been really good, at least as far as creating curiosity for
Mm-hmm.
Bailey fans. So I just hope the payoff is as good as the anticipation. Sometimes it just never is with, you know. And moving on to people that don't have to worry about what creative direction they're going in. Um, this past weekend was
Wow.
that
Okay.
was that bad? Was that not a
Hey, that was a politician's response.
that's a transition. Okay. That was a political transition. Um Andrade has seemingly been released from the WWE. There's a lot of rumors going around about what happened to Andrade, why Andrade was released, whether it was on purpose. It doesn't seem like his contract ran out. There's a lot of speculation, but it's all speculation. We don't know exactly. There's no hard evidence. Andrade hasn't
Yeah.
said anything. WWE hasn't really said anything. I don't think WWE said anything, right?
No.
Have they even confirmed that he's been released?
No, I think it's just Sean Ross Sapp so far.
Right? Just Sean Ross Sapp and the website, I think. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so more will be revealed.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder how Andrade is going to seem after this. A lot of people were. I was looking at the comments. Uh, you shouldn't, but I look at the comments, and it seemed like a lot of people. Some people were really excited to maybe see Andrade come back to AEW. To which I was very confused. Um, I said, if anything, he'll probably just go to Mexico because
Yeah, but
why would I go back to the place that wasn't using me right in the first place when I just went back to the place that might have started to use me right if whatever happened that we don't know if it not happened. So it just
so
seems like when in doubt, maybe just go back to CMLL. Or it was a thing for me that maybe they were releasing him to re-sign him, but if this is a controversial release, then I guess never mind. Because
yeah,
maybe
so
they would have
see
re-signed him to AAA, but that doesn't seem like the case.
that's the thing. You can't even say go to Mexico anymore because WWE is doing big things in Mexico. So this kind of puts him in a tough spot, and it's still too early to speculate why the release happened, whether the rumors are true or whether they're not. It's still a little too early to fully jump the gun on that, especially with somebody to the skill level and caliber of Andrade. So I want to see more of why this happened. I think Andrade deserves to speak his piece on if the rumors are true as to, hey, this is why they let me go, or that's not why they let me go. This is why.
Mm-hmm.
But it's over. Since it's over and done with, and it's pretty much already happened. I'm not really too upset that he's let go because he wasn't really doing anything, and it's not his fault or anything like that. It's more just because they struggled to figure out what to do with Andrade. I think they
Mm-hmm.
got to a point where they had so many Spanish superstars that a lot of people just started getting kind of lost, which I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how Andrade gets lost considering how great he is. But I wouldn't even I don't even think AEW would be the right place for him to go at this point. I think you need a whole new fresh outlook, a whole new fresh place, if you will. And call me crazy. I feel like TNA might be the next best thing because he hasn't been there. hasn't really conquered that yet. And they don't have very many Spanish stars can compete at the caliber that Andrade can compete at. So I feel like TNA and Andrade would kind of be almost a perfectly synced up match made in heaven, if you will.
But they don't have a lot of Spanish guys at the top of the card right now. So I guess as a whole for
Yeah, and
Andrade.
it,
I was thinking
uh,
Japan. I don't know. I don't know if you want to work so closely. But then again, look at Dana Brooke. You know what I mean? Look at shoot, the other half of uh the Meta Girls
AJ Francis. Oh,
that ended up
somebody AJ
uh
Francis.
oh yeah, or AJ Francis, same thing. Look at how many people left to still kind of work so closely. Um, I don't know, man. I just think he needs to be somewhere he can refine his name.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Japan is one of those places people just go to do that. Like Leo Rush did it. Unfortunately, it diminished the moment he got back to AEW because the pool was just too big. But that is a place people go when they want to refine that character and really put a uh, an edge and some added rep to their name.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be a bad spot either. I was just saying TNA so he could stay in the States. But if he's fine
So
with
you stay in the
Japan,
States.
Japan would be a good one too.
I feel like they're lacking some Spanish people too, so it might fit either way. I don't know. I think if he did go to TNA, he could probably be at the top of the card within a year. So you're not
Oh
wrong.
yeah,
I
most
don't disagree with
definitely.
that at all.
Because look at the top of the card right now. You have Joe Hendry, technically Trick Williams, I guess, and Mike Santana.
Yeah, Mike Santana, who I do
Yes,
believe they're
he's
going to give it to a Bound for Glory. Shout out to Mike Santana.
Mike Santana and Andrade for the TNA World Title would be great.
Fantastic. What do you call it? Two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, and then you can get your battle of the Hispanics right there between Mexico and Puerto Rico. So
You get
perfect.
your Spanish
I'm Puerto
Dusty
Rican. I can
versus
say
Ric
that.
Flair. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. They could really spin that. So hopefully everything turns out well for Andrade. But I definitely know that no matter what Andrade does, no matter where Andrade goes, he'll never be quite as good as the king of the luchadors. And if you don't know by now, if you haven't heard the last 2 years of potting, that's Dominick Mysterio, the greatest heel today, at the same time, sort of becoming the greatest face today, and already has become the best Mysterio of all time. And the cap on this guy, I don't know if there is one. I don't
Yeah.
know if you rack up this many titles in this little bit of time and go through these many rings of fire and turn out a double champ this young and have some sort of cap. Like this guy's had a better like probably first 5 years than I can't say Randy Orton because he won the world title, but I mean it's very high up. It's
I'm
very
gonna
high up.
say he's probably had the best early run, and this is probably gonna turn a lot of people off and kind of rub them the wrong way towards what I'm about to say. But he's had the best first run since probably Kurt Angle.
Mm,
Because remember when
I
Kurt came
just
in,
think
Kurt won European titles, Kurt won Intercontinental titles, Kurt won tag titles, and then Kurt won what the hell was it? Kurt won the world title too. Dom hasn't
mm,
hit world title yet, but
but I mean, is
already tag
AAA
team
Mega Champion
champion.
not a world
Like
title?
all
You know what
but
I mean?
already though, tag team champion, first father son duo tag team champion. Dom carried
Mm-hmm,
that duo, of course.
mm-hmm.
Two-time intercontinental champion, and then you also have the AAA Mega Championship.
North American champion as well.
North American champion. See, so he's building himself quite a little resume.
And he in one of those years he had probably this he what did they say, the second most, if not the most matches of anybody on the Indies, not on the Indies, on the out of that year in WWE, had like
Uh,
almost 1,000 matches.
he had the second most matches, only to Jey Uso.
Only to Jey Uso, who was the
That's who it
man.
was, and
So,
Jey Uso was the workhorse that year. He had the second most matches.
like this dude, man, I think the best thing about Dom is that the momentum has always carried. Like it didn't
Mm-hmm.
really matter what position Dom was in, where he was on the card, because he was never that high.
No.
But it was always like he never lost the fans, no matter the lack of creative or where they had positioned him. The whole pandemic, we was behind Dom. When Dom finally turned on Edge and Ray, and it was about time, Dom had us in the palm of his hand still. Like
Mm-hmm.
when he and it's only grown as time has went on to this point where when he won that Intercontinental title, the whole place popped and it surprised the hell out of him. But it felt like right to us. We've been waiting for this guy to get something so long.
Yeah.
Like it was like watching AEW book Hook the right way. It was crazy. It was amazing.
And
Um,
you know, I was gonna say, I find it funny. This is
mhm,
slightly off topic, but it's still on topic. I find it funny that his best stuff has come in his heel run. And even Rey Mysterio said it. The one person who said Dominic would make an amazing heel and he needs to be a heel, Angie.
mhm.
And Ray had to go, Dom as a heel, that makes no sense. What are you talking about? But then he realized, you know what? She might be onto something. She's been with him a lot more than I have. I've been on the
Deadbeat.
road all
I'm
the
kidding.
time. She's been with him. Makes some sense. And then sure enough, look at Dom. Best heel on the
Uh,
roster right now, while still getting pops like a face.
this dude has to be a Triple H when he turns face. He has to be the guy who was just so bad for so long. We just loved him too much to boo him anymore. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's where it's gonna get to. And by that point, he'll be ready for world championship status. But I'll tell you this, because you gotta get out of here. The
Yeah.
best thing about it for me, the absolute best thing about it was not the match, was not the fact that El Grande Americano was there for the celebration. It was not that Finn had lied and said you need to do this on your own and then absolutely helped him win. Um, it was his interaction with Ray. It was Ray trying to hand him that title and him shoving it back at him and going, "Put that shit on me."
Uh-huh.
In the audio, just put that shit on. He looks so dead serious. The way he
Yeah.
backed him into the corner, shoved him over there, made him put the belt on and told him to get out after. Like, oh, the way I've never loved seeing Rey Mysterio get disrespected so much in my life. Like, in the way
Not since
Dom
Eddie.
ate that moment up. And not since Eddie. Not since Eddie have I loved seeing Rey Mysterio get disrespected so much. Like it was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that I don't know, man. The fact that uh, I was telling Mr. Jobber, the fact that Ray had found a way to still have that moment. It might have been her that said it.
Mm-hmm.
Found a way to still have the moment of putting the belt on Dom, a belt he's never
Yeah, I
worn.
said that first.
She said that first.
Mm-hmm.
A belt he's never worn. And at the same time, make it such a moment for Dom just by stepping on Ray. It was like a man, I can't wait for them to go at it for real one more
Yeah.
time. Like
Dom,
really do it. Like no fluffing of the ending. Like I want you to put the AAA title on the line at a WrestleMania. I don't care. Against Ray, one last time, Ray's last match against Dom, where Dom can beat his dad fair and square and get him out of here and pass the torch of being the best Mysterio. Like,
Man.
I need this moment. Dom has done so much for me as a fan. I just feel like he needs this. This is the last part of his arc. And then it'll be like, you know what I mean? Everything after that is up.
Dom easily falls into the top 3 people who piss Rey Mysterio off the most. He's right up there with Eddie and Kevin Nash.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Never forget Kevin Nash.
And maybe that's what Dom needs to do the next time he faces his dad. Triple A title versus the Mask.
Yes. Hair versus Mask, dude.
No, title versus Mask
for the Triple H championship, though. You know what I mean?
We don't need to do hair. Title,
just
title
gotta get his
Mask.
hair. It's gotta feel like Dom's hair is gonna go away. Because you gotta have that feeling in your heart where
versus
it could
Mask.
break if Ray wins. You gotta know in the bottom of your
Mustache.
heart you want Dom to win because you don't want the hair to go away.
You got to do mustache versus mask. I'm gonna shave
mustache
that
versus
dirty
mask.
mustache.
That would be nuts. That might be worse than hair.
Yeah,
I'd be there for that. I'd live for that. Anyway, we got to get out of here. But I've had a great time talking about these things. And if you have had a great time, there's probably a link in the description you can hit. You just ran into the cheap plug ending. I have been Stevie Jobber. That has been
Dangerous Duke.
And please stay up, stay blessed, and Duke, as always, please.
Stay dangerous.
It's your boy Stevie Jobber. It's your boy Dangerous Duke. The Dangerous Jobbers podcast.